And this is the greatest right when the Prophet ﷺ says, وَلِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا, that yourself has a right upon you. The greatest right that yourself has upon you is that you connect it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and don't corrupt it for the sake of anybody else. At some point, you've got to shed the environment. At some point, you've got to shed your friends. At some point, you have to shed the things that you're exposing yourself to on the internet. At some point, you've got to limit your technology. You don't need another 1 million studies to tell you about how there's a link between depression and social media use. It's obvious, it's clear. At some point, you've got to shed that and anchor yourself and put yourself between these two images. SubhanAllah, the difference between Tawheed and La ilaha illallah and the clarity of La ilaha illallah. When Haraqal asked Abu Sufyan about the Prophet ﷺ and his companions and said, does anyone leave this religion after they enter into it because they're displeased with it? And Abu Sufyan, who's a chief enemy of the Prophet ﷺ at that time, he has to admit that no, if anything, we persecute them. We make life very difficult for them as Muslims. They're not leaving the religion out of displeasure with the religion. People do leave the religion, but they don't leave the religion because of the religion. People do leave the religion, but they don't leave the religion because of the religion. I want you to think about our history, subhanAllah, and our present. How many people embrace La ilaha illallah and Tawheed from other ways of life, from other systems? Can you look back and find a single prominent companion of the Prophet ﷺ or any of the Salaf who represented anything other than that? Who left this religion after tasting the sweetness of it? No. Tawheed, monotheism, settles the heart because it anchors you in the one who created you. It doesn't get tighter than that as a grip, and it doesn't get more peaceful as that on the inside. But many other people will wait for the next bird to pick them up, and the next bird to pick them up, and the next bird to pick them up, and the next bird to pick them up. And that's where you have to come back. And you have to say, I'm going to put my heart in the best place to succeed, and I'm going to arrange my thoughts and my life in accordance with La ilaha illallah, and everything else that everyone else is pursuing will be gathered for me in a way that is healthy, and in a way that's fulfilling, and in a way that gives me contentment. So are you the person with the heart that is settled with dhikr, or are you the person whose heart is distracted with turbulence? Are you the person who's grabbing onto al-urwatul wuthqa, that trustworthy handhold, and saying that, Ya Allah, whatever you tell me to do, I know I'm going to benefit at the end of the day, and I will do, and I'm going to hold on to this grip? Or are you the person getting caught from bird to bird until you end up in a very far away place? All of this, dear brothers and sisters, the most frequent dua of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. Ask Allah. If there was any man who wouldn't have to worry about his heart, it would be the heart that was washed in Zamzam by Jibreel alayhi salam when he was a child and had all impurity removed from it. It would be the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The one upon whose heart revelation descends. Revelation that would shatter mountains descends upon his heart, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But his most frequent dua, his most frequent supplication, Ya muqallib al-qulub, O turner of hearts, thabbit qalbi ala dinik, make my heart firm on your way. Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qulubana ala dinik. O Allah, turner of hearts, make our hearts firm on your way. Protect us from the things that take us away from you. Protect us from the things that we anchor ourselves in that are not from you. Protect us from the environments, from the influences that are displeasing to you and that will lead our thoughts and our emotions into absolute chaos. Stabilize our lives as individuals with La ilaha illallah. Stabilize our families with La ilaha illallah. Stabilize our communities with the Quran and with the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ameen.